Around the World in 80 Days. Once upon a time, in the quiet and misty streets of old London, there lived a mysterious and very punctual gentleman named Phileas Fogg. He resided in a grand yet silent house on Savile Row. Mr. Fogg was a man of precision. Every hour, every minute of his day followed a perfect schedule. He rarely smiled, and he had very few friends, but he was known for being kind, clever, and always fair. One chilly autumn morning, Mr. Fogg welcomed a new servant into his home, a cheerful Frenchman named Passepartout. Passepartout had dreamed of a calm job, but little did he know, adventure was just around the corner. That evening, Mr. Fogg attended a meeting at the Reform Club, a place where wealthy gentlemen gathered to discuss news, ideas, and dreams. As golden candlelight flickered against the velvet walls, a conversation sparked about a newspaper article claiming that the entire world could now be traveled in just 80 days. "Impossible!" shouted one of the members. "Mr. Stewart?" "Not at all," Mr. Fogg replied calmly, sipping his tea. "Then prove it," said Mr. Stewart. "Travel the world in 80 days, and if you do, I'll pay you £20,000. Without a moment's hesitation, Mr. Fogg accepted the bet. "Today is October 2nd, he said. "I shall return by December 21st at 8:45 p.m. He rushed home, packed a small but neat bag, and left a note for Passepartout. "We leave at once. The 8:45 train to Dover awaits. Pack light." And so, the great journey began. They crossed the English Channel and reached Paris by morning. From there, they traveled across the snowy Alps into Italy, then sailed from Brindisi to reach Egypt's Suez Canal. The sun shimmered over the desert sands as camels passed by, and markets buzzed with laughter and music. But they were not alone. A quiet man named Detective Fix was following them. A bank robbery had taken place in London, and he believed that Mr. Fogg might be the thief. He watched silently, always a few steps behind. In India, their train came to a sudden stop. The tracks weren't complete. Time was slipping away. Thinking quickly, Mr. Fogg rented a grand elephant for a great sum of money, and together they rode into the thick emerald forest. There, in a solemn ceremony, deep in the woods, they saw something that broke their hearts. A young princess named Oda was about to be taken away by those who claimed she must follow an old custom. Mr. Fogg, brave and kind, rescued her and offered her safety and hope. With Aouda now traveling with them, the trio reached Hong Kong, only to find that their ship had already left. Passepartout had forgotten to tell his master that the schedule had changed. Feeling lost, Passepartout wandered through the city until he stumbled upon a colorful circus. And to his surprise, Mr. Fogg was there. He had joined the performance just to find him. They laughed, reunited, and quickly made their way to board another ship, heading across the vast Pacific Ocean. Their journey took them through storms and calm seas, laughter and worry, until they reached San Francisco. From there, they rushed toward New York, racing against time through plains and mountains, through quiet towns and busy cities. They bribed a captain to sail them toward Liverpool, the final leg of their journey. But disaster struck. Mr. Fogg was arrested just before reaching London. Detective Fix had finally caught up and accused him of the robbery. Time ticked on. Minutes became hours. Hope began to fade. Finally, the truth was revealed. The real thief had been caught. Mr. Fogg was innocent, but it was too late, or so he thought. He arrived in London, heart heavy, believing he had lost the bet by 5 minutes. That night, he sat quietly, preparing to ask Aouda if she would marry him. She smiled warmly and agreed, saying, "Even if the journey failed, I gained something far more precious, your heart." Then Passepartout rushed into the room, waving his arms. "Master!" he cried. "We made a mistake in the days. We traveled eastward. We gained one entire day. Today is not Sunday. It is Saturday. Joy burst like fireworks in Mr. Fogg's heart. They raced back to the club, and just as the clock struck 8:45, Mr. Fogg stepped through the door. The room fell silent. Then came the applause, the laughter, the cheers. He had done it. He had won the bet. But more importantly, he had found friendship, love, and adventure. And so, Mr. Phileas Fogg, the man who once lived in silence and routine, learned that the world is full of surprises, and sometimes taking a chance leads to the greatest treasures of all. Moral of the story: believe in your dreams, stay brave in the face of challenges, and remember, sometimes the journey itself is the greatest adventure.